Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite girl Favor. If this is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, thank you so much for being here. On this YouTube channel, we learn how to turn void materials into a beautiful piece. So please do also click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you'll be the first person to be notified whenever I post a new video. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support. So for today guys, we're going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful patch bubu dress made of different prints. If this is something you're interested in, let's head to the tutorial proper. So guys, if you want to achieve a patch bubu dress made of different prints, it is advisable for you to make use of print that has a relating color to each other. And for you to make this bubu, we're going to be making use of 3 yards. That means I have 1 yard of each on the prints. Okay, so we'll go ahead now and fold our bubu. So let me quickly explain something to us. When you're folding bubu that you want to cut together with your African prints, you do not fold the way you cut out fabric like this. No, you don't fold like this. Rather, you pick the place that has the mouth together, like this white side, and then you fold it together. Okay, you fold it together like so. Now you can see this is how you pick this side, and then you fold it again, making it 4 pieces. Now we have 4 pieces together. All right, so this is how you fold. Because of African print is not lengthy, the length of African print is 45 inches. So you fold like this, depending if your cloth does not have pattern. Okay, please take note of that. So after folding like this, now just go ahead and arrange our fabric proper. After arranging this, we'll just go ahead and get our basic bodies. Now the neck width we're going to be working with today is going to be 3 inches. The neck width for this bubu we're working with today, like I said, is going to be 3 inches, and then I'll mark the neck width like those 3 inches here. Now the neck depth for the back is going to be 1 inch. I decided to use 1 inch because I don't want it to be low, I want it to be high. So I marked 1 inch. This is 1 inch for the neck width. The neck depth for the back. Now the neck depth for the front, I'm going to be marking 8 inches. Reason being that by the time I join the shoulder, I'll be left at least 7.5 or thereabout. So let me go ahead and turn this over because I noticed that this was not getting, the camera was not getting it closely. So the neck width is 3 inches. For the neck depth for the back, I will be using 1 inch, and then we'll connect it to meet the neck width like so. Then still from our shoulder, we'll go ahead and mark our neck depth. Like I said, I'll be marking 8 inches. By the time I join everything, we'll be left with 7.5 inches. Okay, so you go ahead and mark the neck that you want to use. So after marking, this is a V-neck I'm going to be using for this. I'll mark and connect it to meet the neck. Okay, now from here I will go ahead and mark the sleeve length. Now this, like I said before, African print is usually not lengthy, so I will use 14 inches because I'll be attaching another fabric to the tip of the sleeve. Okay, so I will mark 14 inches. Then from this place I mark my 14 inches, will come down by 1 inch, which is going to be 7 as our shoulder slope, and then we'll go ahead and connect this line to meet the shoulder. Okay, this like this. Now the next one we're going to do right now is to go ahead and get our sleeve length. So the sleeve length we're working with today, that is our round sleeve, is going to be 8 inches. That is what I marked there, and then we'll go ahead and extend it to make the sleeve. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and mark my breast point. Now I'm using my breast point. This is just going to be serving as a guide where I will mark our basic body. Okay, now mine is 10 inches. I'll mark the 10 inches down here. After marking the 10 inches, I will go ahead and connect it like this horizontally to meet the sleeve length. Okay, the round sleeve length, and then I'll extend it. Now I'll go ahead and mark my basic body. Now the measurement I'm working with today is my hip measurement, and it is the biggest measurement on my body. So I'll mark 10 inches, and then I'll go ahead and add extra 3-inch sewing allowance. So depending on the allowance you want to use, you can do as much as 5 inches, but I don't want this to be too big. Okay, so like I said before, you use your biggest body measurement to get your bubu when you're cutting for your bubu. I hope that is understood. Then we extend the line and give it a little bit of bubu curve, just to have the bubu curve. After extending it, we'll curve it out and all of that. So next what we're going to do right now, we'll go ahead and cut out this like so. So please go ahead and cut yours like so. So after cutting this now, we'll go ahead and first of all cut our back neckline and then cut out the shoulder to down to the shoulder slope where we have this like so. Now, like I said before, the length of the bubu we're working with today is 58 inches. So I divided that into 3 and that gave me 19 for each. Okay, so I'll get 19 here. I'll mark my 19 inches here for this upper part, and then I will extend it like this. After extending it like this, we'll also cut out this part. All right, so after cutting that part now, guys, the next thing we're going to do is to use the second part of the print. And remember, this is also folded into 4. So after arranging this properly, all right, I will arrange this properly in a way that I will just place it directly on top of this. Okay, now we're working with a pure cotton. I'll go ahead and identify the front and the back of this print. Okay, now this is how you arrange it. You arrange it in a way by the time you join it, it's not going to affect the length of your bubu. So you place it on top of each other with by half an inch for joining. Okay, after arranging this properly, I will go ahead and then cut this out following the line of where we have before. So before that, I will go ahead and pin this down to avoid the fabric moving when I'm cutting it. Okay, so after pinning this properly and I'm sure that it's firmly attached to the upper part, I will go ahead and also get my length of 19 inches. Remember, we're working with 19 inches each. I will mark the 19 inches here just the same way we did for the upper part. Is the same way we're going to do for this other one. Just mark your 19 inches and then connect the line. After connecting it out, we'll go ahead and cut this out. So after cutting this upper part, we just follow the line of the previous one that we have up there and then just keep a straight cut down to the other part. Now we're done with this one. Now the next thing we're going to do is to go ahead and attach the last part, which is this one. Remember, this is folded into 4 and then we arrange it the same way we did for the second and the back. Identify the wrong side and then place it by half an inch on top each other. After placing it like this, we'll go ahead and pin it. Just the same process we did for the second one is the same thing we're going to do for this one. Now we're going to go ahead and attach this one. So after pinning it, guys, I realized that after cutting this whole thing, my bubu was not flowing, like it was not lengthy. So at the last part, it's advisable you add extra 1 inch or 2 inches for sewing allowances and then for you to be on the safer side. Okay, so after marking my 19 inches, I will connect it like this and then I will go ahead and cut the same way we have cut the other two, just like this. Okay, so after cutting this out, now we'll just give it a nice curve, a nice shape to make it even. Then we'll go ahead and separate the upper part. Now after separating the upper part, we'll go ahead and achieve the design that we're going to be using for this bubu. Like I said, bubu design comes with everybody's desire, so please do whatever you want to do with yours. So we'll separate the back part. Remember, it's the back part that we cut first. So after removing the back part, we now go ahead and arrange this front properly and then cut out our V-neck shape only for the front part, guys. I hope you understand. So go ahead and cut this out. Like I was saying before, guys, when you are cutting a bubu, please, you can use any desired design of your choice. Make use of your own design. Now for me, this is the design I want to be making use of. Okay, so for me, I will come down for the design I'm working with, I will come down by my half length. Okay, I'm kind of doing a rectangular kind of design. My half length is 16 inches. I'll come down by 16 inches and just extend this a little like this, and then from that 16 inches I will go ahead and then up here I will mark 4 inches. Now I did 4 inches because it's 3 inches that I want it to be, but by the time I join and fold everything, I will be left with 3 inches. So I added extra half-inch allowance. That is why we have 4. Now when we come down here, I will place my tape in a slanted way like this, and then mark 7 inches. And then chalk down here, I'll mark 7 inches. Like I said, this is the design I want to use for my front bubu, for the design at the front. Okay, now we'll go back to this our shoulder, and then we'll trace down. We'll just trace down 4 inches like this. You can see what I'm doing, and then get to the neck depth like this. After getting to the neck depth, just give it a little curve, and then from this point just give it a straight line to meet that curve. Like I said, this is the design I want to be working with. So if you want to achieve this design, this is how to achieve the design, in case if you want to sew exactly the design I have. Now this interfacing, this is a soft paper gum. I'm going to be using it to be placing on the fabric that I'm going to be using to design the front. So this is easier for me to trace with because it's transparent enough. So I'll first of all cut the v-neck. I'm going to flip this over so that I won't make a mistake. So I will just trace out the neckline like this. You can see what I'm doing here. I'll just trace out the neckline like this, and then flip this back to the front, and then just carefully follow the curve or the design I already did at the front like this. Okay, so this is how I achieve my design when I am working on a bubu dress. So this is it. So this now is going to be 7 as the design. So this is the design we are expecting to have when I cut on my main fabric. So by the time I cut this, I will use it to gum on my main fabric. Okay, so we'll go ahead now and join all these pieces together using 1/2 inch, and I'll bring it back. So guys, I've gone ahead to join it, and this is what we have. You can see all the pieces joined together. This is the first one, and then this is the last one. So you can see now after joining it, I went ahead to iron the seams open. That is why it's this neat. All right, and also went ahead to cut the design for the front. You can see what the design is looking like. It's already looking beautiful, I won't even lie. So I decided to use black. So in total, you can see that I use 4 different colors for this bubu design. So like I said before, so for this design now, this is how we're going to fold it. Remember I told you I added 1/2 inch to it, so that is for this folding. So by the time we fold this together, this is how you fold. I will fold this like so, and I also fold this other side. So after that, now guys, we'll go ahead and flip this fabric to the wrong side. This is the back, and then we'll pick this our design, this front side, and then the front side facing the wrong side, this side facing the wrong side of the fabric. So by the time we sew on this, by the time we attach it to this place and then flip it to the front, we will now have the front facing the front side. I hope you understand. That is just to get an invisible, for us to stitch the neck, you do invisible stitches. So guys, this is what it looks like after stitching it. You can see now what we're going to do is to go ahead and give notches around the sleeve, and then after notching it around, we'll now flip it to the right side. Now you can see we now have an invisible stitch. We have a clean stitch at the neckline, you can see. So we'll go ahead and iron this properly. After ironing this, we'll fold this part. Okay, fold it, and please do not forget to give it a notch around for you to have easy folding. So guys, after folding it, this is what we have, and I also went ahead to attach the shoulders together. So this is by 1/2 inch. I just closed it by 1/2 inch. I also went ahead to pipe. I use this other fabric to pipe the back neckline, just the normal way you use bias to do that. So what we're going to do right now is to flip this to the wrong side like so. You can see the way I'm flipping it. So guys, if you remember from the beginning of the video, I told you that I'm going to be attaching another fabric to the sleeve. Remember, I told you that I'm going to be attaching in a different fabric to the sleeve. So after joining the shoulders together, then that we have the sleeve together. Now this is the sleeve together. This is the two sleeve attached together. I took a measurement of the sleeve and it gave me in total 19 inches. So I use this that plain black fabric that I use on the design at the front to do for the sleeve. So I cut 3 inches of this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll attach this, the good side facing good side, that is the front side facing each other, and then we'll go ahead and pin it down. All we are trying to achieve here is a bias kind of attaching. How we attach our bias after pinning this, we'll now stitch on this first. We'll sew on this particular place where I have attached with the pin, and then flip it over and then fold in by 1/2 inch like so. And then this is what we have. This is the design we have. So I'll use these other pieces to do for the other sleeve as well. All right, I hope you understand. So if you want to achieve this, you can also do this for your own. So after doing that, now you have to do not forget to sew on the sleeve first if you are eventually attaching this design on your own bubu. So we'll go ahead and arrange all this properly. You can see the way I'm carefully arranging it, because so that the two the two fabrics will be at the same point. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So guys, we'll also be attaching a pocket to this bubu. So from my shoulder, I will mark 16 inches, which is my waistline. This is where my pocket is going to start from. Then from that 16 inches, I will take the full length of my opening for the pocket, which is 7 inches. I will chalk down that here. Okay, now what I did is that I've gone ahead to cut out the pockets for the bubu. So let me just quickly explain. So I just cut this out, the normal square you just cut and then give it a little curve. So the length of the pocket we're working with today is 11.5 inch. You can go as deep as 14 inches. Now pick the front side facing front. You can see what I'm doing here, and then place it on the fabric. Remember, we have not stitched, we have not done the final closing for the bubu. So we'll pin this starting from where we marked our 16 inches, where our bubu is going to start. We'll pin and then pin it down. Do the same thing for the back side. We pin the front and pin at the back. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to stitch where we're going to first of all close down where we pinned down, and then after closing it down, we'll start from where our pocket opening is going to start. From here, run a stitch to this point here, and then take it down to this point, extend it to this down point, and close down the pocket to this point. And then after attaching that, we'll now pick our bubus from where our pocket opening is going to stop. Okay, just close it down here. Now from this point here, we'll now take it, close it down by 1/2 inch. Okay, I hope you understand. So I'll go and close this and bring it back. So guys, after attaching our bubu and closing it with 1/2 inch, you can close yours with 1 inch. This is what we have, and then this is the design I was talking about on the sleeve. You can see how beautiful this turned out to be, and as well also attached the pocket after stitching it. This is the easiest way to attach your pocket. Okay, and then as well I went ahead to close out the other rough edges by 1/2 inch. I just folded it by 1/2 inch, you can see, and then I had an opening of 10 inches on the side for ease working. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This is all for this bubu tutorial. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to like and share, and please do not forget to go green. Please do not forget to go green. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe and share so that this video can go viral. See you on my next tutorial. Bye for now.